movie was over, the memory of the dream had mostly passed, and morning was imminent. She turned off the television and took her dirty dishes back to the kitchen, started a pot of coffee, then headed back to her room to get dressed. A short while later, she was in the kitchen, contemplating her day of doing little to nothing here in Blessings, and remembering her old life in Vegas. The divorce had taken 6 months to finalize, ending with a lump sum payment of $30 million to her bank account. It wasn't like Blaine couldn't afford it. He was a billionaire, a fourth-generation Wagner, a name famous in Nevada. In early days, it was silver mines, and during the past 70-something years, casinos had become the family business. After the divorce was final, she'd thought that would be the end of it. But she'd been wrong, and it was what he did on the courthouse steps as they were leaving that scared her. When both lawyers walked off, Blaine stayed behind. Cathy thought it was for a final parting of the ways, until he grabbed her arm and whispered in her ear, "You do understand I now view you as a threat. You know things about me and my life that aren't healthy for you anymore." Cathy tried to pull away. "Don't be ridiculous." "This isn't a joke, Cathy. I'm just giving you fair warning. I don't trust you anymore, and I have no intention of spending the rest of my life looking over my shoulder and waiting for the feds to come knocking. Your days are numbered." Cathy's heart skipped a beat. Oh my God, he's serious. "I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. Our world consisted of your country club, our personal friends, and hosting dinner parties for your business associates now and then." His eyes narrowed. "Exactly." "I still don't get it," Cathy said, pretending total oblivion, although she was beginning to remember that some of those associates had dubious reputations, even though she knew nothing incriminating about any of them. "Go away, Blaine. Just leave me alone." She twisted out of his grasp and walked away, resisting the urge to run. This was a shock. She'd never seen this coming, but she needed to disappear, and she was going to have to be smart about doing it. By the time she got home, she had a plan. The first thing she did was fill out papers online to change back to her maiden name. After 2 tense months of waiting, it was done, and that's when she amped up the plan. She was setting up a new life with a renewed driver's license, a new phone plan, and a new credit card. She knew Blaine was having her followed. She didn't know if that was just intimidation, but leaving town with his knowledge of where she was going wouldn't assure her safety. He'd just have her tailed to other places, and if he was still in the mindset to get rid of her, it would be all too easy to make her death look like an accident. But she already knew how to disappear. She'd spent the first 12 years of her life living off the grid in Alaska. The last thing Blaine Wagner would ever expect was for her to take the back roads of America on foot. Cathy ordered everything she needed online so her ex wouldn't know what she was buying, and thanks to him, every friend she'd ever had in Vegas had shut her out. No more lunch dates with girlfriends. No more girlfriends. So she holed up in her apartment and quit going anywhere, and when she got hungry, she ordered in. The last thing she did was disperse the money from her divorce settlement into 3 different banks across the country. And early one morning, she walked out the back door of her apartment, caught the Uber she'd called to take her to the bus station, and took a bus to Colorado. She got off in Colorado Springs and rented a motel room. She stayed long enough to buy a handgun and ammunition, and one morning, just after sunrise, she shouldered her hiking gear and left the motel, heading east. She hiked along highways, sidestepping cities for the more rural areas, and the weeks went by until she finally reached Springer Mountain, Georgia, the beginning of the Appalachian Trail. It was a place she recognized, true wilderness, and one in which she felt comfortable. She knew how to forage and how to fish from the rivers and streams teeming with fish. But the trail went north from there, and it was getting too close to winter to hike north, so she started hiking south. She made it all the way to a little out-of-the-way place called Blessings, Georgia, before something about it spoke to her, and there is where she stopped. And now here she was, in something of a holding pattern, not really participating in life, just hiding from it.